But if you are just a young entrepreneur who just loves doing video production, who just loves doing directing, don't go broke trying to get them big ass cameras, them expensive $100,000 cameras.
While I got the director, Ryan Snyder, the legendary, I got Slab. What your position was
I
putting the video?
produced that wonderful Maybach Music debut release, the Nino Breeze shit.
So look, while we back here chopping up other business, talking about other plays, other assets, to make sure you motherfuckers still going to YouTube, I felt it was only right that these motherfuckers talk some director game for the directors, the young artists. That Nino Breeze video, I'm finna get ready and goddamn put the camera on y'all, but shit like that.
Niggas shooting on GoPros now. How much the lenses were you had? All the lenses. How much lenses you brought?
I mean, the budget was pretty healthy, but you know, we want to keep it authentic.
I just want to know one thing. All you niggas shoot with them GoPros, them gimbals, all that, we gonna stop this shit. What cameras did we have out there for Nino Breeze?
So for Nino, we had two Alexa 35s with some Atlas anamorphic lenses.
Okay. Now, if y'all got a good TV, if y'all got that new TV, just look at that shit. You can see the tattoos, the pores on the nigga face. You can see everything. How much money and lenses did we have though?
I mean, lenses probably like 30,000, but the cameras, you know, 100,000 a package.
Okay, so this is what you aspire to, new directors. Take your technology to the next level. Shoot bigger, shoot your shot higher, man. Anything you want to say to these young boys?
Anybody that says the camera doesn't matter, it matters.
Cameras matter. Slab.
What it do, YouTube? It's your boy I See The God King checking in again. I was on Instagram, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Rick Ross and Deuce Poppy, aka Slab, you know. I'm cool with them dudes, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, I was listening to the story, and you know, they promoting Rick Ross' new artist, which is Nino Breeze. You know, I always like to support some Florida people when they do their thing. But I was listening to what he was saying on his story, and I call cap on it, man. For y'all who don't know, my whole YouTube channel started because I was in video production. I was a director, I was a producer, and somewhat I'm still slightly kind of doing this stuff, but he mentioned about the camera quality and also the dollar amount of the quality of the lenses, and he using terms like it's cost 30,000 to do this, and the camera itself was 100,000. And he was really talking to young entrepreneurs, like young directors, people like that. But I'm gonna tell them, like, as somebody who's been there and who's done that, man, it's all, unless you plugged in and you work for a company that can afford those things. But a lot of people I meet that were doing it like I was doing it, the video production, they were freelancers. They was trying to get it in. Long gone are the days when people had big budgets, like the Puff Daddy era, the Cash Money era. Some of those videos cost millions of dollars. So you know, those artists weren't paying for it. The people labels were paying for it. So with that being said, you know, when I got in the game in like 2000 moving forward, the average person who, I wasn't plugged into the studios, I wasn't plugged into the people who had a big budget. I was working with local people, local talent, thinking I could work my way up to get up to the point where I could have the budget, where people could have the money to pay that kind of stuff. But by the time I got up to Atlanta, or to that level where I was dealing with artists who I thought had the money, man, what I came to find out, them jokers did not want to. They had the money. The people who had the money don't want to spend the money. So, you know, they didn't want to spend the money on the camera. So I had to, at that time, I had access to the Red cameras and all of that stuff. And even before that, I had a Canon XL and a Canon GL1. That's what I bought. You know, that was the reason why I was doing so good back in those days, because most people didn't have access to the technology or the knowledge to go buy those cameras to produce a good product. I was in it for a long time, even during the recession in 2008. That was one of the reasons why I was able to move forward and be sustained, because I was able to dig into my creative bag and do videos and production. But a lot of times, man, people don't want to pay. People don't want to pay that price. People don't want to pay that red camera price. And the crazy thing is, people that you think that could afford it, they ain't spending the money. People who can afford it, they don't want to spend it. They want you to do it for free or super dirt cheap, you know. And then what you have to do is promote, hey, I shot this video for Rick Ross, I shot this video for Young Thug, I shot this video to build your name up. And then you have to charge all the other people who trying to come up, but then you have to show them the budget. People don't want to pay. Even when I used to do weddings, people don't want to pay. They want the best quality, but they don't want to pay. And one of the main reasons I jumped out of video production, because I love doing video production, but my lifestyle, man, I be wanting my love for it was different from the money that I needed to live the life I wanted. You know what I'm saying? So I wanted these Rolexes, I wanted that Maserati back there, the Escalade, that Hummer, and I got the Benz. I couldn't get that shit solely off of just doing video production and directing and producing. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying this is just my experience. I ain't saying this is for everybody. But I say that to say, once the technology got to the point where you can shoot video content with your cell phone, that's when I retired. That's when I gave it up. I said, hey, this for the young guys, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna let y'all handle it, you know? Cause I think Kanye West was one of the first people that shot a music video with his daughter, Northwest, and he shot on the iPhone. That's when I gave it up, man. That's when I gave it up, man. So that guy Ryan Snyder, either he plugged in or he financially set where he can go months without doing projects, you know, because Khaled and Rick Ross, they label paying for it, or they trying to, you know, he dealing with people who got big budgets. But how many Rick Rosses you gonna run into? And then if you do run into Rick Ross, is he gonna pay you that money that you worth? Or he gonna try to spend you? I know I'm from Florida, so I know how niggas try to spend it, you know what I'm saying? I just wanted to comment on that, because when I saw that, I was like, yeah, you selling people them catfish dreams, man. You know, the average person can't afford a $100,000 camera or a $30,000 lens. And don't get me wrong, they got stuff where you can rent cameras and those lenses out, you know. But in doing that means that somebody gonna have to pay to get that. You know, somebody gonna have to pay that money so you can rent it, and then on top of that, so you can make a profit, because you're gonna spend your time doing it. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, to all the people who are still in video production, man, all these videos that I've been doing, I'm shooting with my cell phone, Android, because I realize the technology don't matter. You know, it matters and it don't matter. You know, it's people like Academic. He just sit in front of his computer. Got a webcam. You think the quality of the camera matters at that point? Nah, it's the content that he's creating. It's the content. It's people on YouTube making millions, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars, and they got a regular camera just walking around, you know? So I say all that to say, you know, the camera quality kind of matters, but it just depends on what you're doing. Now, if you're working for a big studio, then of course it matters. You know, but if you are just a young entrepreneur who just loves doing video production, who just loves doing directing, man, you got to create some content, man. And the quality don't matter. You know, at least in the beginning, it don't matter. We all got to start from somewhere. But don't go broke trying to get them big ass cameras, them expensive $100,000 cameras, and then go try to say, hey, I shoot video. Music videos or whatever, and then because people ain't gonna be able to afford it. I'm out.